Okay, hello, welcome to Trend Settings episode 107. I probably should have written that down. Instead, it just says Arnold Schwarzenegger got $25 million for this. Because this is my wrong notes from the wrong show.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Trend Settings 107. But if you want a new podcast, it's called What is the Kill Count? And it's bloody great biscuits. But this is Trend Settings episode 107. We go through what's trending every week. We've got a new guest for the first time in like...
Ever.
6 months or something.
Ages.
It's been a while. We've been using regulars. And your name is Jarrod. Jarrul. What do you go by?
So my name is Jared, but it's funny how you spell it. So it's Jarred. So some people pronounce it as Jared or Jared or Jared.
J-R-R-Rod.
Or Jarrod. It's just Jared.
Jarrod.
And what kind of music do you like to rave to?
What type of music I like to rave to? So
Trance.
Favorite song?
Hardstyle.
favorite song
Darude
right now or
Sandstorm.
favorite song of all time?
All time.
Of all time, that's kind of hard. I can tell you
Darude
what's
Sandstorm.
currently happening right now in terms of my trend.
At the moment?
So my favorite track right now is a song that one of my favorite DJs created. His name is Armin van Buren, and he created this track called Blah Blah Blah.
Uh-huh.
How's it
What's-
go?
All you ever need is blah blah blah. All you ever do is go yeah yeah yeah. And we don't even care about what they say, 'cause it's yeah 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 yeah. Blah 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 blah. And it just goes for that for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 verses, and it has like
You know
a crazy
what?
drop.
I initially wasn't interested in raves, but you've put me over the line with that. I
Oh jeez.
I am down to try DEF CON now. And I'm conflicted about Gladys because she gave me free rego, but she's trying to shut down DEF CON. So who do I vote for next time, you know? Anyway,
Vote for Jarrod.
that's the first topic we're talking about has nothing to do with any of that. The first topic we're talking about is NRL stuff.
All
'Cause It's the
right.
grand final this weekend.
Woo!
Well,
Up the chooks.
Gang, up the chooks.
Who's the other team?
The Melbourne Storm.
Melbourne Storm.
Yeah.
Again.
Stuff them. No one wants them.
It's always rainy there.
So it is the NRL Grand Final this week. The Melbourne Storm versus the Sydney Roosters. It's going to be good. I'm going. Anyone else going?
You're
Sorry.
going.
Yeah,
Are they called the Storm because there's such crap weather in Melbourne?
potentially.
I only
think-
just connected those dots.
It's like the symbol is a guy holding lightning.
Ah, right. Okay.
I think it's more like a Zeus type thing.
Because it is always rainy and stormy in
But
Melbourne.
you can't call them the Melbourne Zeus.
You could.
They are very Greek down there, so maybe you could.
So there's a lot of stories intertwining leading up to
Yeah,
this grand
lot of
final.
controversy.
You know, more than usual.
Yeah.
The least of which is not Billy Slater. Heard of him?
I have.
Yeah, once or twice.
Apparently.
Broken our hearts many a time.
Isn't he like, what, nearly in his 40s or something?
Oh,
or
no. 30s somewhere.
Still in his 30s?
How old is
Alright.
Billy? I don't know. Pretty old. But this is his
Doesn't matter. I
last
think
year.
he's
You're
that
right.
old.
He's pretty old for an NRL player.
Yeah, he's probably like 33 or 34.
This is his last year in the NRL.
Shivers.
And he was under threat of not being able to play in the grand final.
Why?
Well, last week, in their final against the Cronulla Sharks, he performed a try-saving tackle,
For audio listeners, Chris has got air quotes
Bunny
going on
ears.
here.
heavy air quotes, on Sasai Feki.
Excuse
That's
you.
that's a name.
Anyway. So he was, on Tuesday night, he was at the tribunal
How did you say that?
tribunal?
Okay.
What
That is
did
how
I
you
say?
say it, isn't
You
it?
said tribunal?
Tribunal.
Is the tribunal just like court, I would imagine? Like, you know, you have the plaintiff and defendant, and it's like, all
I
right.
actually think it is exactly
it
like
definitely
that. They
is.
actually have lawyers. They have
Exactly
barristers
what it's like.
Oh,
representing them.
I
jeez.
thought it was like a reality show thing.
No, there's full-on lawyers. Like it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was trying to talk down this grade 1 charge that he got for this shoulder
I
charge.
should probably get footage of this, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
So, and there's just been huge debate going on all week. Have you seen footage of this tackle, guys?
Getting it.
No, I have not.
Okay, well,
Please enlighten me.
so a few years ago, I think it was, I don't know, 5 years or something, we banned the shoulder charge in NRL. It's bad for people. People getting injured.
Is that
people,
the biff or is that something else?
That's when someone's running at you with the
Yeah,
ball
right.
and you just plant your feet, drop your shoulder, and
Oh, yeah, okay, all right.
and
Yeah.
like hit him right in the head or in the chest with your
Why is it
shoulder.
banned?
It's just does damage to people.
Hitting them in the head was always banned, though, wasn't it? Wasn't that always a high tackle?
Yes. But you can no longer like just whack them with your shoulder. There has to be, you have to wrap your arms around them. That's the rule, right?
Yeah. It has to be predominantly arm.
Yes. So Slater and his lawyers, they spent hours and hours in there making the case that this was not a shoulder charge, right? He always intended to make the tackle, this is what their defense said, by wrapping his right arm around Fecky. But he admitted he braced for the impact as he found himself in a vulnerable position as Sasai Fecky turned to step back infield instead of going for the corner, which he usually does, apparently. So Billy says.
So I'm watching the footage right now.
Yes.
And it just looks like he's pushing him. Does that count as a shoulder charge, does it?
Did he push him with his shoulder or his hands?
So you can't even go shoulder to shoulder.
If you charge someone with your shoulder, that's a shoulder charge.
Okay, so no matter where it contacts.
Correct.
Shivers.
I have a feeling I'm going to disagree with Chris on this one.
That is a shoulder charge.
Yeah, but like I guess they have to rule out all of them, right? Because it doesn't look that dangerous. The problem is they're dangerous, right?
They can be.
What's your view on it, Chris?
I'm just going to get through the facts first.
All right,
you know?
give us the facts.
Give us the facts.
I'll just repeat.
Give us the
this
bare
over and over
facts.
So another part of their defense was that the initial contact was made by Billy's pectoral, not his shoulder.
Can we get a slow-mo on that? When it gets there, you got to pause it.
And also that Billy he wanted to do a proper tackle, but he wasn't prepared for Fecky to step back inside.
Yeah.
It is his boob.
Yeah, that's boob on shoulder contact. If anything, Fecky shoulder charged him. Look at that. He shoulder charged him in the boob.
Okay, so the Tuesday night this all went down, right? And after hours and hours, they're in there. His lawyers were talking with the prosecutors, blah, blah, blah. And then they came out at the end and they said, you're cleared to play. So Billy is going to play in the grand final. He's going to string up his boots for one more time.
Do you think there was ever a chance he wasn't?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of the hype was also around
I want to see the behind view.
his side. So people like Phil Gould said, or Gus, he said, it's outrageous how NRL treats their stars. We could never ban him for something like that because he's a legend and he's got to play.
That's a terrible argument.
Which is pretty stupid.
Why is that stupid?
Because it just means you're giving them a blanket check to do whatever they want, just because they're
Isn't that
big
what he's
stars.
complaining about?
No. He's saying that they should never have even considered banning him
Right.
because he's a big star. Which is literally saying we should have a double standard. If you're a really big deal, doesn't apply to you.
So he's free to play. Look, I'm a big Roosters fan, so you can take this with a pinch of salt, you know. But in my opinion, I've seen much less obvious shoulder charges be charged.
When it's defending a try, though.
Well,
I don't think they...
It
Because
was
it
that
was
a game
brought in
decider?
for...
Like, was it just like, neck and neck?
Nah,
No.
they thrashed him.
They were winning already.
All right, so it
Is
doesn't
this
really matter.
Similar to Serena Williams kind of situation at all? As in the refs being a bit oversensitive?
Not at all.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So you mean
Okay.
like, celebrity, like, privilege. Oh, he's a big star.
No, like the refs are picking on him because he's the big star.
So
No.
this rule was brought in for player safety because a proper shoulder charge, the worst case of a shoulder charge is someone actually running at the line and someone lining them up and shoulder charging them. So that's like directly opposing contact. Like there's two people running at each other.
Yeah.
And in that case, you get a massive amount of acceleration on someone's head and it can cause serious injuries. So it's very unsafe.
Whiplash occurs.
Yeah, massive whiplash. So they've actually got a really big penalty for this one compared to other bad tackles. Because what's the other tackles they're doing at the moment that
The
are
crushers?
like the crusher? That's the neck.
That's
Gets in a
pressure
bad
on the neck.
position. There's the chicken wing tackle. There's all these other ones, but none of them get as bad a number of demerit points as this one. This one's 200. Those ones are like 100.
Yeah, they're really trying to get rid of this one because this one was like everyone loves a good shoulder charge.
Yeah,
because everyone loves big hits. That's
Sonny
what
Bill.
the NRL's all about. So to get rid of it, they are trying to crack down on it. because it's not.
The argument
it's not
is
great.
if you've brought it in for safety, you can't. Like, there are other rules where, okay, if it's to save a try, like the stripping rule, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, because it's for safety rather than the game, you can't make an exception for a try-saving tackle because that would be silly.
Correct.
I think in this case, though, that was an amazing tackle, and I don't think that should be counted as a shoulder charge. I don't know how they've been applying it though, because I don't really follow this, so I don't have the context that you have for other cases and how they've treated them. But I look at that one and I think they're not running at each other.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the rule currently as it's worded counts what happened there as a shoulder charge, but I don't think it should.
Yeah, I think the rule is based around contact and...
So what should he have done here? Gone lower?
I can't work out.
Should have got his arms out like this and come in on him.
Okay.
But that, like, with the angles that they're running at each other, I just don't think that makes sense. Like, he's almost running, like... He's not running parallel. They're past 90 degrees. So the angle he's on, in order to turn around and actually make contact with his arm first, doesn't make sense in the circumstance. It's happening so quickly. I think you have to, like, that was an amazing tackle. I just look at that and think that's an amazing tackle. You don't think it's unsafe.
Whether it's unsafe or
and
not,
he's
whether
jumped up as well, so he's made it look way worse than it actually is. Like, if the guy stayed grounded, he wouldn't have flown like that through the air. All wingers jump in the air like that so that they can try and wrap around and get him to goal.
I think he could have, he definitely could have not shoulder charged there, but he would have got the try still.
He probably would have gotten his face smashed into the other guy's shoulder. I don't get how you could wrap your arms around someone flying that fast with the angles that they're working with in that moment. Like, seems difficult.
It's also like saying there's this huge guy at me. I can't stop him unless I drop my shoulder and give him a huge whack.
But he's not running at him.
But
the angles matter.
But in a different situation.
No, but we're talking about this one. I think I agree that if you're running at each other, it's more black and white because that is really unsafe. In this case, I don't see how it's unsafe what he did.
Okay, but
so I don't think the spirit of the rule, if it's for player safety, I don't think in this case he's endangered the other player.
I don't think it's about the spirit of the rule. It's just about the rule.
No, see, that's misunderstanding the point of having rules. You don't play sport in service of the rules. You have rules in service of the sport.
And you have... Yeah, but if we don't enforce it here, then we're going to have to...
You can easily make the distinction. You can say, look, they're not running at 180 degrees at each other. Then it's easy to say that's not unsafe. So then they're going to get out
the protractor for every single...
You don't have to. It's not that difficult to do the maths. Look at the way they're running.
It is. The
dangerous cases are very obvious.
Well, they took it to the video ref, didn't he? Isn't that what happened?
Yeah. This is at a tribunal. The guys called it on the field. That's fine. Whatever. Whether that's a good or bad call is not going to change the game.
Yeah.
But like afterwards at the tribunal, you go, yeah, okay, that one wasn't unsafe.
Which is what they did, right?
Yeah.
The general consensus is...
So everything's happy?
I am.
No.
Chris isn't.
You don't sound like it.
Most people are not.
No, okay. I'm happy because I think that's how it should have gone down. But most people aren't happy because they think it's a double standard. Because they think that's an obvious shoulder charge. And you're saying they have applied the shoulder charge rule for that kind of situation. Or like even lesser ones.
Yeah.
I think that's dumb.
Well,
if they're like
dumb
that,
or not, that's
if they're
the
like
way
that
it
and they're
is.
cutting that out of the game, that's so silly.
We got comments. Nick says, a new wild card. Ugh, footy talk snooze. Ev says, the argument that there's a shoulder charge which is banned and it's because of the star status that everyone's getting off. That's why everyone's angry. And that there is no such thing as a spirit of a rule. You play by the rules. Ooh.
That's...
But
what?
And then Julian says, but the purpose of the rule is for safety. This didn't look unsafe at all, is what Jules said.
Yeah, I agree. You're right, Jules.
Just curious, can you still do spear tackles?
It's got to be below 180 degrees. If you tilt them up like this.
Oh, what are they going to get the protractor out every time?
Yes.
We have so many rules that have angles in them.
Yeah.
And this one's people running. It's not even bodies and
the
stuff.
The general consensus is that this is highly inconsistent. The commentators, the experts, the ex-players, everyone's saying this is
a
little bit...
You might. Like, I can't.
Not kosher.
Yeah.
But
if they've been applying that rule on other players for similar tackles, that's annoying because they shouldn't be getting banned for that kind of tackle. That's an amazing piece of athleticism.
What was the punishment on the field?
A penalty to the
penalty.
Sharks.
So they got the try. So
No, not a penalty try.
No,
A penalty as in like they just get to get the ball from
Ah.
wherever, or they get to kick for goals, which they wouldn't have because they were getting thrashed.
What else has been happening with NRL?
I think that is in the spirit of the rule, though.
Mm.
Because the spirit of the rule is safety.
Okay, instead of moving on.
and
Yeah.
and shoulder charges, like one's safe, one's not. The idea
Yeah.
is to get shoulder charges out of the game
Out of the
I
mentality.
just
of
don't
the
think
players,
that
right?
was a
because.
shoulder charge though.
But okay,
He made contact, but it's like, okay, how do I get my body around in that position? In this particular case, I don't see, like, I'm thinking about this afterwards with heaps of time, and I can't work out how he could have gotten around.
but if you apply that sort of defense,
He's
to
pushing, really. He's
situations,
actually just pushing.
then it's. Oh, I don't know. I couldn't have done anything else in the moment.
No, because there are times when you should be calling shoulder charge where it is dangerous. There is obviously heaps of other things you could do. You're running directly at someone else.
Well,
People make that tackle all the time.
yeah. Well, people
I
that
don't get how you can run.
are much
at
smarter than
someone,
us
and it's like,
also agree that it is a shoulder charge.
yeah, because they all go for the Roosters.
No, they certainly do not. So, in Roosters news, Cooper Cronk took some heavy shots in their final against the Rabbitohs.
Like to kill.
Yeah. Yes.
No,
He's well known for drinking heavily while playing the game.
he took some heavy tackles
Oh,
from the opposition, and he sustained some sort of injury to his arm. So, for like 10 minutes
Rotator cuff.
in the first half, and then the entire second half, he really wasn't really playing. He couldn't kick, he couldn't really tackle,
so why was he on the field?
because he's a genius, apparently.
What does that mean?
He's just great at organising everybody.
Oh.
And getting it like.
Oh, so
Like,
that's not
he's so
sarcastic.
smart. He got around the injury.
Yeah.
He figured out a way on the fly to tackle with one arm. This is like a manga.
Yeah.
Like
So
Japanese manga.
the thought is that it's a torn rotator cuff, unconfirmed
I don't know what this video is.
by anyone. Me neither, but it's
At least
okay.
it's Kronk. Something.
So he's been pretty coy in the media appearances so far. He said. So the media's obviously asking him how it's going, what's happened, what's the extent of the damage, blah blah blah, and he said, "Well, it's on a need-to-know basis,
Oh, wow.
and you guys do not need to know."
Wow.
And he said, "I'm not 0% of playing, and I'm not 100% of playing."
He's pretty famously closed off man normally, isn't he?
He said,
Like, he's very professional and just does
Yeah.
the job.
"He's the professional, they call him."
Yeah.
So he
I
said,
thought he was the genius.
"I am a long shot,"
He's a
is what he said. So we don't know if he'll
professional
play or
genius.
not. So this is the man the Roosters bought for a lot of money.
Mm.
And they brought him in to win a premiership, right? That's the idea. Because he's a pro. He's
Yeah.
a ledge.
The top video of his says the perfectionist. So
I don't know. I think it's really funny. Like, they're just being cheeky and messing with the Storm's plans.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. But
But the Storm are favourites to win, right?
yeah,
By
they'll be fine.
even with that Billy Slater, they would be favourites to win,
does
I'd
he?
imagine.
He doesn't have to tell him anything, right?
Don't they have like an amazing fullback who comes in?
Yeah, he's all right. He's not great.
Hmm.
So
So he's playing the cards close to his chest.
he's at the moment he's been
'Cause
announced
he's
in
a
the
genius.
squad at number 23, which is like the last reserve. So he's in there. At the last second, they could say, "All right, he's in."
Secret weapon.
But they've announced Mitch Orbison to play at halfback,
Orby.
who has not played halfback ever. So everyone's just laughing.
Oh, right.
They're like,
Okay.
he can't pass, he can't kick. It's
Oh,
just
really?
weird.
So it's like obviously
wrong
not
position.
And he's
him.
like way bigger than a
It'd be like
halfback.
getting a linebacker to be
Yeah.
quarterback.
So it's pretty funny, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know if he'll play or not. I hope they're just being sneaky and like, because he's at the media, he's got his sling on all day,
Yeah.
every day, and
Oh, so you think that might be like a cover story?
could be
And
like
we-
sneaky. He's actually fine. You know?
He is a genius.
Wasn't he injured during the game though? Like, wasn't he actually holding his arm?
Oh
and
yeah, he couldn't
kinda-
play.
Yeah.
Maybe that was.
But he
all
still put
part
a
of
drop
it.
kick in, didn't he?
No,
Oh no, that was the previous one.
no drop kick.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't make any kicks.
But they even with an
unfortunately.
injured player on the field, they defended really well
Yeah,
against
that's
who were
how
they
you
playing
win.
against again?
The bunnies.
Bunnies. That's right. Bunnies couldn't get over.
Maybe you can defend your way to win.
They were saying that they had players to kind of guard him because obviously if he actually is injured, the Storm will target him and
Yeah,
they'll try and take
absolutely.
him out. And but they were saying they've got two guys around him who'll cover it.
Yeah, the bodyguards. They'll
Yeah.
keep him safe. In theory.
Nice.
So a bit more controversy. Last night, the Dally M's. That's like the
Oh,
NRL's
yeah.
big awards
Yeah.
night, right? So everyone's pretty upset. They announced the best player of each position and then the player of the year, right? So Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the Warriors fullback, he won the Dally M this year.
Oh,
Cool.
It's pretty exciting. So he got up, he gave a little speech, and then like at the end, the big moment was like some of his New Zealand teammates from the international team. They stood up and they gave him the haka to celebrate him, just to honour him because they love him.
Good on him.
So it's just like Isaac Luke, Jermaine Asako, Jordan Rapana, and Jazz Tavanga. They just jumped up and gave him a haka, and it was awesome. It's like really, really cool. You should watch it. It's incredible. But everyone's upset about the Dally M Team of the Year because Josh Jackson got in there. It's like, what the heck? And Joey Leilua won Centre of the Year, and Latrell Mitchell didn't win anything. And
Latrell Mitchell's jaw guy, right?
No, you're thinking of Cleary.
Oh, sorry.
Close. And Latrell Mitchell was like informed player of
He was really good.
of the season apparently, and he didn't win anything because the way the voting works is really stupid.
Who votes?
So like some experts vote every round, and they can pick like 3 players from each team and give them some points. But I don't know. I guess Latrell's teammates all got the points because they also played quite well, so they just didn't get enough points. So there's just some weird
Shouldn't you just have a vote at the end?
inclusions.
Oh, I guess they want to have everything matter,
Yeah,
like all the way through. It's like a fantasy league.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
So-
It's pretty.
Sorry, I missed. Everyone hates the team. Which team got it?
No, so the team is made up of.
You missed the important thing. Who was the best dressed?
Oh,
Who was the best dressed wag?
don't know.
Do they still have that? I thought that's only for AFL.
No.
The
They all
the
turn
ladies
up.
here
Oh,
were
that's
doing it as
cool.
well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and he was very moved that these boys just stood up on their own and honoured him.
They can do that at basically any event, can't they?
Yeah. And there was another guy like on the other side of the room. just
He's
by
like, why
himself.
would you stop it?
No one stopped
like,
it.
No one's gonna stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are respecting each other. Let's stop this.
Yeah, no. But it's like because you can do it at a wedding. You can do it at like anything.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so it's going to be good. Excited for the game.
Who do you think's going to win?
The Sydney Roosters are going to win 100%.
Is that your heart or your head talking?
Oh,
It's his heart.
you know, bit of everything.
You're this guy.
Okay,
I'm
is
not
that
from Bondi.
everything NRLsy?
Yeah, I guess so.